Hey everybody, how's it going? Forrest here with Getting Lost in the Forest, also known as GLITF. I'm here with you today on this amazingly beautiful Monday to share a story of, it's actually hits home pretty hard. If you want to email me, my email is gettinglostintheforest@gmail.com, gettinglostintheforest@gmail.com, also getting the darker side podcast@gmail.com, and forrestsmithfilms@gmail.com. You can check us out on Facebook, message me on Facebook. I'd actually prefer a Facebook message. Going forward, here is my next story, and it's something that really means a lot to me, and it's something that I can relate to, and it's something that really does hit home very hard for me. A University of Pennsylvania student who was murdered left in shallow grave because he was gay, according to prosecutors.
Breaking news right now from Orange County, where a missing college student has been found dead. Sheriff's officials say the body of Blaze Bernstein was discovered in brush in Borrego Park. And KCAL 9 Orange County reporter Michelle Geely is there live. She has some new details for us. Michelle?
Sandra, according to officials, Blaze Bernstein's parents were told yesterday that a body was found here behind me in Borrego Park, but it wasn't until today that they got confirmation that indeed it was their missing son. Now, search and rescue crews have been combing through this area a few times since Blaze disappeared Tuesday, and what I'm being told is that the change in the weather conditions, perhaps the heavy rain, made it possible to find Blaze in the brush. The body was here the entire time, I'm learning. The Sheriff's Department says this is a homicide, but that they aren't naming a person of interest, and there have been no arrests. The autopsy is being done today. No cause of death given yet. A friend from Blaze's high school supposedly picked him up at home here in Foothill Ranch Tuesday night and told detectives that they both came here to the park and Blaze then mysteriously disappeared. Blaze's nanny is here at the park today, devastated along with so many others. Thousands of people have been looking for this college student.
Yeah, I'm feeling for the family. I have children, and it's a sad thing. I really, we've been praying for him, hoping for a good result to find him, but unfortunately, it's not a good thing.
Now, I have learned exclusively that a home in Newport Beach was searched very early this morning. This happened around 3 a.m. Neighbors reported seeing several undercover officers going into a home. I've been able to confirm with the Sheriff's Department that indeed an early morning search warrant was served, but they really won't tell me much more than that or what they uncovered in that search. We also know that the Sheriff's Department is holding a news conference at 1 o'clock, and we hope to get many, many more details then.
This is published 7:31 p.m. August 2nd, 2018. Santa Ana, California. Santa Ana, I was actually internshipping there not long ago, back in 2015. How crazy is that? Santa Ana, California, a Southern California man charged with the murder of a University of Pennsylvania student carried out the killing because the victim was gay, prosecutors said Thursday. A hate crime sentencing enhancement was being added to a murder charge against 21-year-old Samuel Woodward in the death of 19-year-old sophomore Blaze Bernstein, Orange County District Attorney Tony Rakakis said. Since Bernstein's body was found in January at a park near his parents' Lake Forest, California home, investigators reviewed Woodward's cell phone, laptop, and social media and found hateful materials against a range of groups and substantial evidence Bernstein was killed because he was gay, Rakakis said. "We have no room for this kind of hate in our society," Rakakis told reporters. Woodward, who is from the upscale seaside city of Newport Beach, I used to live right down the road from there, has pleaded not guilty to the killing. I think that's crazy. I used to live in Costa Mesa, which is really not far from Newport Beach. It was actually like right down the road. Woodward, who is from the upscale seaside city of Newport Beach, has pleaded not guilty to the killing. He is being held on $5 million bail and is scheduled for a preliminary hearing on August 22nd. With the change, Woodward faces a maximum potential sentence of life without parole. He previously faced a maximum sentence of 26 years to life in prison if he were convicted. A message was left for Woodward's attorney. Bernstein went missing in January while visiting his parents in the tight-knit Lake Forest community of Foothill Ranch. about 45 miles southeast of Los Angeles. His body was found in the park nearly a week later, buried in a shallow grave. Bernstein went to the park with Woodward the night he disappeared, authorities said. The two had attended the same high school in Orange County. Authorities had long said they were investigating the case as a possible hate crime. Bernstein was Jewish and gay. I'm Jewish, and I'm gay. Rukakis declined to specify what materials were found in Woodward's accounts, but he said they were racist, anti-Semitic, misogynistic, and homophobic. He urged anyone with information showing Woodward had ties to hate groups to contact authorities. There could be other charges filed as evidence develops, he said. Quoting, "There's a lot there that just spews hatred towards a lot of different groups of people. Basically every protected group," Rukakis said. "So it's hatred of many different groups of people. But the evidence of the motivation for this particular killing is we can show evidence that he killed him at least substantially because he was gay, which is something you really can't do in about 35 states under the law." When asked about an earlier media report allegedly linking Woodward to a neo-Nazi group, Rukakis said he could not discuss it. Under California law, prosecutors can seek the death penalty when a victim is killed because of race, religion, or nationality, but not sexual orientation. Since Bernstein's death, a state bill has been proposed to change that. Now, I totally agree. This motherfucker should get the death penalty if he killed him because he's gay. We're Americans too. We work hard. We pay our goddamn fucking taxes. What do you want from us? Like, seriously, maybe if someone's going to kill someone for that reason, they should be put to death. Earlier this year, hundreds attended a vigil and memorial for Bernstein, who was studying psychology and had been chosen to edit a campus culinary magazine. His parents have urged people to do acts of kindness to remember their son. On Thursday, his father, Gideon Bernstein, said learning his son was killed simply for who he was brought the family more pain. Quoting, "Our only objective at this point is to make sure that maximum sentence is an option to ensure that no one is ever hurt or killed again by hate of this guy." Now let's be clear here. People get attacked almost a daily basis in the LGBT community, and also people of color. They're getting attacked as well. Jews are being attacked. I mean, this is kind of ridiculous. And I used to live in Southern California. I used to live in Costa Mesa. I did an internship in Santa Ana for a video company. And I also worked at Dunkin' Donuts in some place near Mission Viejo. So yeah, this really hits me really hard. It's crazy. I mean, it's fucking crazy. Everyone loves to shit on California as being liberal land of America. But at the same time, when I was even there, I noticed that there's this neo-Nazi, nationalist, extremist type terroristic groups that are getting larger and larger, and they're getting bigger support now from people and from our lobbyists. And all they do is spew their campaign on hate, really old historian politics that don't apply to modern politics today. I think it's disgusting. I think there's more we can do to help move this country forward with our civil rights problem that we have at the moment for our hardworking LGBT Americans. And I just feel like everyone, LGBT, allies, anyone, we need to step up our game and realize our government is enacting in illegal processes, especially since the GOP took over in 2011 in Congress and Senate, and using religious liberty as an excuse to pass laws that oppress people, that are unconstitutional and illegal. And it also breaks tons of human rights violations. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think this guy should get the death penalty? Do you guys think he should just be able to go to prison for life? Do you think he's going to get a maximum type of sentence going after a guy because of his sexual orientation in California? Who knows? There's people killing gay people like in states like Texas solely because of that reason, and they're getting off from like 2-3 years of jail, and that's it. And they're back. They're on parole, and they're on the streets. And that's absurd, and that's inexcusable. There's people who go to jail longer for things like having a small little nug on them. I'm sick and tired of hearing this excuse. I'm sick and tired of seeing these things that happen to people, bad things that happen to people, just because of ignorant ideologies and old ideologies that people still stand by today with Heiling Hitler and all that bullshit. But I want to know what you guys think. You know, do you guys think this guy had every right to kill this guy because of who he was? Does he deserve the death penalty? Who knows? What do you guys think? I want to know what you guys think, because honestly, I feel like the only people fighting for the LGBT problem right now is LGBT. I almost feel like most of our allies don't even really give a shit anymore. And if you do, please let me know, because this fight is getting harder and harder and difficult to swallow, and it's even harder when people who are enabling these politicians in the party they support aren't owning up to the fact that their own politicians are enacting an illegal and unconstitutional actions where they should be held accountable for their actions. And I mean, I'm sick and tired of being the only one of noticing this. And I'm sure a lot of some other people are too. But I mean, it's time we stand up for what's right. We're all adults here. The Republican Party needs to come to the realization that their party is corrupt and they're oppressing people, and they really need to stand up to their party. It can't just be progressives and Democrats and LGBT and feminists that are sticking up right now for what's going on. It needs to also be Republicans. I'm sorry. And if you're not owning up to that factor that you're enabling such an oppressive economy right now with America, then you're part of the problem, and you really need to do some research. But I love you guys. Have an amazing day. Please check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, Podbean, Google Play Music, iTunes. I really need ratings. Please follow me on Facebook. I really need ratings on Google Play and iTunes and Spotify or Podbean. So please rate me, and please follow me and like my channel. All right, guys. Have an amazing day, and be safe, because this country is not a good country anymore. It's only getting worse. So, especially with, how amazing our government's being right now. They're being such leaders, totally leading by example, doing such a great job with all this treason and unconstitutionalism. Have a great day, guys. Love you all. Peace and equality.
Feeble minds are not cleansed, naturally diseased. Everybody's sickly like a measles, made it to your flesh. Curdled in a fetal like a heroin needle. You find on the street spreading addiction like nets. Injecting the veins, do you like the taste? How many times have you cheated death? You're about to catch this case. The Grim Reaper doesn't take that shit lightly. I see a flow and snatch it up, and I treat it just like a wifey. I'll be committed to this till I turn at least 90. All I hear are humans taking their last breaths. I feel I'm gonna be up next. We're brainwashing our cerebrals. I'm about to explode my blood stained with gasoline like a stove. You can shoot me with a pistol and the flames will continue to grow. These corrupted centuries were beautiful once with flying seagulls. Opening venues, I'm currently fighting the angel and devil make signals. That's why I'ma send you. Yeah, I'll leave political meetings like a food group, like a diet lean meeting. Green for lunch. If you can't handle this shit, you should head to the nearest bathroom and cut. You're a bunch of fucking shit getting blinded from all the sweet things. Moments just hearing us heavenly. The shoreline brings like wedding rings. Media is wild today. I think I should log off and tell y'all to just fuck off. I should relax for a bit, put my mind off the LSD, but I ain't a druggie, trust me. I think about messing my body up daily in a permanent daydream. Anything is better than facing this overdose of reality. I'm too stressed for the shit, piss temper that neither you can fix. I lost what it means to be human. I used to walk the trails of blooming flowers, but everything changed when I lost my power. Should I go back to my immaculate shit, spit out the facts? I used to keep it accuracy and how far these bars can get. Maybe I should break your legs and beat you in the fucking head with it. Everything costs money, so good luck saving up for the surgery that you need. Paper bills can make every human mean, depriving you until you found guilty. Divorced to earth and we're currently not in good terms, and I have nothing. Sharing a gift to the world and we both take turns. Custody is hard because I have to be stern. Students go to school, don't take in what they're teaching. Y'all are fools, dropping out early for the war. Using knowledgeable tools, my soul is tainted with tar. It was once crystal blue, like pools. These strict-full roasts oiled up my fuel, ready for the black parade. Everyone should form their march. Annihilate every cornball, have these bitches leak out cornstarch. They call me crazy, I tell them I know, but I know how to deal with these cards. I don't need a coach. You think I don't hear you talking shit from afar? Every bitch I dated made me hard-headed. My attitude because of you has me hated. And I think those hoes that still stalk me, mock me, you turn me completely insane. I've been heartless ever since there's no beat. Chest feels empty and costless. Without these lyrics, respect for people went down course, you get the hint. I feel trapped inside, no keys or lockpicks. The smaller the city, the bigger the prison. But I wanna get the bigger picture painted after I murder all these little rappers. Decapitated kneecaps, go bow down to your master. I can't smile on my my own, so I cut my face, made a Chelsea grin. I don't feel comfortable in my own skin. I had my eyes on my dream, but a few shots really made the world spin. We live for the valuables that this life is bringing, but my tolerance for living is slowly shrinking. The youth has the power to be in the front and leading, but most are still badly representing. All these rappers are still teething. We used to work together, treating each other equally. Now we compare parties hatefully, drinking down liquor and Hennessy. I don't fuck with people constantly playing their plane and stupid like they don't know their own history. They don't have a brain. A lot of these rappers me sound the same. I have a question for this free land. Is it free at all? Because we reach downfalls, falling through the cracks in the Grand Canyon walls, and they call that my final curtain calls. I'll stick around so the crowd can call out encore. Fans bored with energy. My dream is to break the floor and blow the roof to the core. We were played in unimaginable ways. Money gets tight, the second your account sees payday, then the bills start to stray. I support the LGBT community. I'm a firm believer towards making people happy. You don't have the right to be that disgusting to fight the different. Americans struggle to pay the rent, and that's been blasphemy behavior. Everyone's blinded by the economy, divided by groups attacking each other's families. I'm going crazy, I sound like a mental patient. Maybe I should get admitted to say civilized nation trapping us with barbed fences and electrical lines. Balls and chains never make it divine. Life goes fast, you can't keep up with the time. Governments control us with strings like they're Jared Dines. I felt a connection with music like mothers and their babies putting y'all to sleep. This is my lullaby. I formed this bond in the 90s, it was quite amazing. The melody was life-saving.